You guys can sit down. No! You can stand if you want to. Yay! Alright. Let it to Skylar. Do you have that one on there? Nope. So we're going to sing this one. I'm not even familiar with this one. So we'll see how it goes.
You have words for it?
No, the screen, no.
No? No words?
No, they said it was the one that did the words. You got to change it. Got together a few 5 or so years ago and do it. I just trying to stay above the noise a little bit. But I can yell if you want. I remember 5 or so years ago we all got together and we were praying about the vision of the ministry. We were talking back and forth with each other about what God has called us up here to do. And there was the entering into the promised land when Moses first went to the promised land and God told him to go and spy out the land. And then later on, 40 years later, the promised land, the promise that God had given them. That was a story in the Bible that kept coming up over and over and over and over again. And every time we got together to will for us in this ministry, that story of entering into the promised land and taking hold of the promise that God has given us, taking hold of that land, but not only just grabbing a hold of it, but taking it by force, was a key theme in what God had called us to do, was to come in and take this land for God, to set this place aside, that He would have rule and reign over this place. And not just Westwood, but Chester and all over the mountain. We just had vision of the power of God just breaking out into revival. And so because of that, we named the nonprofit corporation that we started, we named it Take the Land. And so if you, especially those early on, it says Take the Land on it. And it was because that was the vision that God had given us, to take the land. And it was just the last year that I heard the song by Rick Campbell, which is, it hit me in my heart, because God had called us not to be just hearers of the word, but doers of the word. He didn't call us just to stand by and watch things happen, but He taught us to be militant as warriors and to take hold of the word of God and make things happen. And so I've got a video I'm going to play because I want you to grab a hold of this real short kind of the song is played over the backdrop of, you'll see the movie Gladiator, that opening scene with the troops and the warriors all dressed up for armor, dressed up for battle. So we're going to go ahead and play that. We're going to go ahead and start that, Liz.
they know who their God is. And our God is Yahweh, and He is the Lord strong and mighty, the Lord mighty in battle. Beside Him there is no other. Without Him there is no victory, but with Him